Warning, this podcast contains the band U2.
You mean spoilers?
No, Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me, Kill Me. It's from the Batman Forever soundtrack. What's up, everyone, and welcome to the ASOTV podcast for the Vampire Diaries, Season 7, Episode 8, Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me, Kill Me. I'm your host, Dom. With me, my co-host, Nikki.
Hi.
Mike.
Hi.
And Kim.
Hi.
You guys are very unoriginal. You just all copied each other. So, hi.
Copied me.
So, hi. I'll just say it once for the all three times.
Hi.
I'll be original on the originals. This
Okay.
is the Vampire Diaries.
Okay. Well, I see. You're just all reading out of the same diary. Yeah. So, what'd you guys think of this episode? Hope you choke on that water.
All right. So, I watched this episode today, but Nikki watched it the other day, and I watched the first 2 minutes with her, and I was like, I'm done. I fucking hate this. The mystery woman is Lily. Are you fucking kidding me?
He was so mad. He actually went upstairs and stomped around.
Yeah, I stormed upstairs in a
He was all
huff.
huffy. It was hilarious.
Did you pause it for him, or did he just come back down randomly and just jump back into it?
I think he was actually gone for the whole remainder of the rest of the episode.
Yeah, that was when I went out to the store.
Oh, so the first time you watched it.
Yeah.
Okay.
When she watched it, I saw the first 2 minutes and stormed off to the store.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then
I
I
was
came back
quite
downstairs
irritated.
I came back downstairs to grab my keys, and I saw Nora burning pancakes, and then I really stormed off.
You stormed off to go make pancakes.
This is burning pancakes.
See,
No,
I
that was
really
burning pancakes.
I really missed pancakes on this show. I'm just
So
saying.
did I.
Like all last season, it was
But
just
you know
it was
what?
all about pancakes.
Pancakes was a symbolism for friendship,
It was.
and now Nora's burned the fuck out of him. So
That is true.
Symbolism of a fucked up friendship.
yeah.
That is true.
Messed up
So,
relationship.
I mean, we finally got to see what all those compelled people around Mystic Falls were for, and it really wasn't that exciting.
I honestly, I think Julian was just pulling that out of his ass and was like, I might as well use them here.
I think he has a more sinister idea for them, but just hey, we need to throw an awesome party. How am I going to throw an awesome party for vampires? Lots of compelled people.
It's more like, surprise, you don't know who we are.
It's like,
Hey,
who the fuck are
the
these
thought.
people?
It's not like they've had time to make friends.
Yeah. And I mean, Lily got caught in an awkward...
Friends with-
Yeah. That's a lovely face, B. There you go. It froze.
Oh,
But yeah, Lily kind of had she was forced to play along. And the one thing that got me was she had to play along, and she had to feed off of one of them to kind of not ruin the whole night and their big plan to kill
Julian.
Yeah. I never remember his name. But when she decides to feed off of it, that's when, her son Damon walks in, and Damon just looks at her with such disgust, and I go, "Are you fucking kidding me, Damon? You are a legitimate monster. You're the last person that should judge anyone."
Right, you never went full-blown Ripper like Lily or Stefan or any of the other Ripper people, but you know what? After we're up to what, mid-season 3 now, hun?
Yes.
We've been rewatching the whole series. Fuck you, Damon, you judgmental prick, because you have no right. So Lily is partaking of a single human.
She only took a sip.
She only took a sip.
And it's not like Damon didn't know she was, undercover brother over here. He was totally in on the plan that she had to move this whole thing along. And it's like, really, Damon? Really?
Maybe that was part of the ruse too, that he had to act disgusted that she was doing this, because otherwise Julian would have been like, "You're okay with this? Something is fishy."
I don't know. I think that legit just came out of Damon.
I mean, we know he's disgusted with his mom anyways,
Yeah.
and always, like, in all forms. So
Always and forever.
yeah. Oh my god.
So I
Wrong
don't think it
show.
mattered
Why?
what she was doing.
Yeah.
He'd be judging just to judge. Just to
If
judge
she
her, 'cause
was making balloon animals for Nora and Mary Louise at that point, he would have been disgusted.
Probably. If she like bit one of the balloons, he would have walked in and went like,
Those balloons, they're innocent.
I'm calling PETA on you. So yeah, I don't know. It was just it seemed really out of place. But before they like even left to go to the party, Steph and Damon, all that Caroline, just kind of like barges over, picks the worst time in the world to tell Stefan the news.
Stefan, I'm
The thing is, like, she got turned into a vampire very early in, like, this whole story, like, season 1. And in almost all of their plans, they leave her out. So she's in the dark, so when she shows up, she has no idea. And this has been going on since the very beginning.
No, but they were talking about how they had to leave and they were in a rush and like, all this stuff, and she's still like, if that was me, if I had something big news to drop like that, as Caroline, I would have been like, okay, this probably isn't the best time. I know I have to tell him. I'll just wait until they're done.
I'll just wait until they're done with their plan. I will not.
We
leave
also
Stefan
know
with this
Caroline
news.
from season 1, where she's kind
She's
of obsessive.
not the same person.
She's not, but she still is in a way.
Yeah.
She's still very stuck on herself in a way. I mean, she has kind of calmed that down, but she's still really like she wants to be in control. And for her to be in control in this situation, because she's not, because they just put the babies in her, she has to step up and be like, okay, you got to listen to me.
I mean,
I'm
he did
having
take
a
it
problem
well.
here.
He took it well. Like,
Oh, of course
yeah,
he
he
did.
just
Oh.
kind of like
Not initially.
ran. No, I'm saying he just kind of ran whatever, but he didn't like all of a sudden be like, "You're pregnant with whose child?" Like.
Yeah, and
They could have went that route.
The synopsis made it seem like they were going to have it out, and he was just going to run away from her forever and ever.
Yeah.
More of the not the you're pregnant with whose child, but more the you're pregnant in the first place and you're a vampire.
Yeah. So
Everyone questioned that.
they definitely went a different route with that. But it wasn't until Stefan had the talk with his mother, and that really, not only was that kind of like helping to redeem Lily and taking her maternal instincts back, and being maternal, I guess, for lack of a better synonym, for her son again, and then Stefan was able to reflect that back into Caroline with his own words. It wasn't just like a repeating verbatim what she said, and I think Stefan said the most perfect thing that he could have said.
Yeah. I mean, it reassured her and made her more comfortable with the situation.
But
It's still an issue.
Well, she needed to know that he was behind her in some sort of,
She needed to know that he was going to support her no matter what.
Yeah. So, two characters that we thought supported each other no matter what. Mary Lou proposed to Nora this episode. So, they got engaged. But that really didn't last very long.
Oh, that's Julian's fault.
yep.
I mean, part of it had Valerie just like barging in immediately after to like discuss her dead child. That kind of dampened the mood right off the bat.
Yeah, but you know what? That was Mary. It was all her fault. The blown engagement because she had to listen to Julian.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because it's like
Yeah.
she was
I mean-
because Julian has done everything for her up to this point, so she's attached. She's
There's that. But she, like the rest of them, saw his manipulation. It looked like they like reeled back and they took flashbacks from the very beginning. They're like, yeah, he is a fucking jerk. And Mary Louise is just like, I'm blonde. It didn't make any sense. I'm just gonna go help him now.
I mean, Bo was the one I thought would be difficult to convince, but he just like walks up like ready to kill, and
It
then
almost looked like he was drilling her mind so he could like read her memories or something.
That
And
looks like he did.
Yeah.
It's like all of a sudden he saw the truth and he was like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought he was gonna cry.
Bo's one character that's just completely fascinated me so far. It's just like, he's the only vampire, I think, that exists. He's definitely the first that we've met that exists that can't compel anyone. You know? Because he can't speak. He has no vocal cords.
There's something
That they could
special about him. I think he really did, like, go into her head and, like, take out like, look at her memories and be like, oh shit, he really did do that to you. I am so sorry.
Yeah, and I mean, on top of that, like, he's special. Like, we know he was a singer from the little recording that was played for Lily.
Played opera or sang opera. Yep.
And probably, which is why his vocal cords were removed as a punishment. Can't ever sing again,
Yeah.
bitch.
Yeah, and that seems like it was definitely done before he was a vampire.
Oh, yeah.
Because if his vocal cords were ripped out after he was a vampire, chances are they would heal.
Yeah.
Chances. We don't know for sure. We don't know how that entirely works, but...
Yeah, we haven't, like, seen a vampire get a limb
Thank you.
torn off or anything.
Yeah.
That is a good question. Yeah, we haven't seen like a major body part being taken. We don't know if they would grow back.
Right, we don't
Are
know.
they starfish?
We're assuming. I could assume that they won't because I have to bring originals into this. Elijah said, "Are you going to talk or should I go get the chainsaw?" Like he was implying he was going to dismember somebody.
Yeah,
Another
but
vampire.
that doesn't necessarily mean
Like, you
it
can't
won't be
reattach
just
the arm if
painful. Yeah, it might just be painful. Like,
Yeah.
who knows? Just inflict as much pain as possible.
He might
This
just
is-
cut halfway through and take it out and be like,
Heal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's just something they haven't discussed.
no.
Yeah. Be very interested with that. But yeah, everybody was pretty easy to convince, except Mary Lou. You saw immediately she had her hesitations.
Oh, yeah.
Immediately. And then, of course, that shows up again. Mary Lou comes in to free Julian, ends up getting Valerie and Damon tied up. But I love the fact that Damon was playing pinball, high score to see who kills Julian. That was great.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
But yeah, Julian making Lily choose, which family she belongs to. That's a difficult choice, because she sees both of them as her family.
Yeah. I mean, that further proved to Lily that Julian is just as bad as Damon and Stefan's dad.
Giuseppe.
Giuseppe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he's just as manipulative, and he doesn't really give her a choice at that point. So,
She went for option C, the one that they
Yeah.
did not see coming.
exactly.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting her to just like, it. All right.
I mean, she thought she'd be killing Julian at the same time.
Yeah, but what she didn't know is that Mary
No,
Lou had already
yeah.
unlinked them, which I was like, so if that was the whole thing, what was the whole point of getting all the heretics to, like, side? Like, why couldn't Valerie just do it? Why couldn't Valerie unlink it?
I think what happened was because they had gathered all the blood. Mary Lou was in there. They were working on it. I think she actually took it and did it on her own. Like, they only need one person to cast a spell, but they needed the ingredients, and
Maybe.
the ingredients were
Yeah.
there ready.
Okay, that makes sense. It's a little confusing there. Was it just me, or was I the only one waiting for, like, the Phoenix Stone to show up in the dagger and, like, save Lily at the last second?
No,
You know
you're
what?
not the only one. I was thinking it too.
I didn't even think of it until you just mentioned it.
Yeah, I completely forgot about the Phoenix Stone, to be honest.
When Julian ran off, I literally thought that's what he was going for.
Yeah, that's what I thought he was doing too.
And because it coincided with, I thought maybe, because we saw the beginning, and it was her, that was the thought process, was like, oh my god, you're kidding me. All this time we've been making up all this stuff for this cool reason, things this chick was, and it ends up just being her, and it's like, oh, what a letdown. But what if it was like, oh, she's dying, he goes and gets the stone, tries to save her, and puts someone else back in her body? That would have been cool. Not what happened.
That's where I was leaning to, because I'm like, okay, well, she's in the flash forward.
Would have been cool if it was Catherine.
And
Lily's body.
I did discover with some research that right now we are in 2013. That is the timeline for the Vampire Diaries.
Okay.
The flash forward puts us 3 years, puts us at 2016. So it makes sense that they'll probably end up doing the jump following the Christmas season and actually catching us up to real time.
Gotcha.
So
And where does that put the originals? Is the original still back in 2013, or is it caught up to real time?
depending on how much time passed between seasons, they were still tied. They were still linked together as of last season with the crossover 100th episode, Vampire Diaries 100th episode. They were still in the same point, so they were still in 2013. So it doesn't seem like they've jumped 3 years within the span of a season. So
Plus, Hope is still a baby.
yeah. Yeah.
And I have a really good theory about that, but we'll talk about that in the original. So.
Yeah. But yeah, everybody said their goodbyes to Lily. Damon's obviously being the best.
What is
It
bye?
definitely leaves a lasting impression.
It
that's
did.
for sure.
Enjoy your nap.
Yeah. Thought he was gonna now lie in it, but nope. Now enjoy your nap. I was like, okay then. And you saw that one tear came down, and then she desiccated. So
Yeah.
Stefan was wrong.
Yeah.
Well, we know time meant a lot of time, and that was definitely not enough time.
Yeah, but even so, when we saw Damon in the flash forward, showing remorse for that and sympathy and all that, that was also because he was on werewolf venom.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it.
So he may not actually feel those things. So we don't know.
Which, if
Well-
Damon is supposed to survive that, does that mean we're going to see another crossover?
We've seen in the originals that there are cures for
Yeah, I know.
wolf venom without Klaus involved. So who knows? But yeah, Bo's, I think, actually was the most touching of all of them because it literally did not need words. It was just that nod. That nod said it all. Mm-hmm. You know? So.
I mean, I know this whole, like, goodbye to Lily is supposed to be touching. I didn't feel anything. I think I'm on Damon's side here. I was just like,
Yes.
Oh, I was muted.
So we finally got a glimpse of the vampire hunter in the vampire hunter's true form.
A very
Oh,
faded...
you're gonna like a...
I did pause to see if I could make it out.
I can't.
That is our vampire hunter. Does that look familiar to anyone at all?
Not really.
No.
Should it?
No.
No.
Oh, I thought maybe you had a theory or something.
Ooh, yeah. I have an interesting theory. Could she be related to the people who just snagged Enzo?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Because they darted Enzo the exact same way that Damon got darted in last episode's flash forward.
Yeah, they Enzo got darted. Matt said they want to introduce themselves. So we didn't even get to see them. They just came in guns.
They look
whatever.
like a SWAT team.
Yeah, so they don't seem supernatural to me. I'm thinking, oh no, it's the Travelers again. That was my first thought, and then I'm like, no, they got guns. Travelers wouldn't be coming into Mystic Falls with guns, you know. And I was like, please don't let it be the Travelers. So
Some kind of vampire hunters, and I think they're related. Jeremy's somehow involved with them.
it would be interesting, something to get Jeremy back in. So hopefully we get a little bit of a tease to that next episode. But it seems like something that's going to carry over more into following the mid-season finale.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, next episode, yes, it's the Christmas episode. It looks a lot more like it's Julian based, like he's on a rampage.
Mm-hmm.
But then I did
Lost the
see
love of my life. Kill everybody.
I did see Caroline. She's progressed very far in her pregnancy. Like got a little blip of her, and she looks about 6 months pregnant.
Right. So this picture here, I'm going to say between that one, I think I had another still image. This one, I think those are two different ones. Yeah. These are the two that I got out of it. The two of the most clear shots. And this, to me, looks like two people. It either looks like Elena, Nina Dobrev with her hair pulled back, or Joe. And the masking that they used here, it looks more like Joe to me. But when I was watching the sequence, it looked more like Nina. Actually, the movement, the still frames don't capture the Nina essence, but that did. So I started to do some more research.
Like, is this wishful thinking?
And there was a person that Florence, the person who was in Joe's body, mentioned. And that was Raina. Her name was Raina. It was mentioned in just one episode, and it was very, very casually, almost forgettably mentioned. Then there was some news about a person cast, right? And Leslie Ann Huff is cast as the Vampire Hunter. So that is a new cast member coming in. So this person that they're revealing is not anybody we've actually met. So it's not like this big build up to it. Seems like the way that they would do it is somebody we've met, but that's not the case. I have a picture of the actress, and I'm going to show you guys, and it's a little scary.
Go on.
Who does she look like?
Elena.
She looks a lot like Elena. A lot like Elena.
Are they, like, in real life
No.
somehow related?
Nope,
Like,
not at all.
cousins or something?
Nope.
Are they going to try to play off another doppelganger?
I don't know. But supposedly she is the Vampire Hunter. It is going to be very interesting. I'm curious if they're going to try to tie it to Elena at all, or if they're just going to cast this person that looks eerily similar to Elena and just glaze over the fact.
I don't know if I like this.
You were just happy that Elena was gone, and now we have somebody that looks like her coming in.
Well, I know it's not gonna be Elena, because
Right.
Elena drives me nuts.
Right.
Even when she was a vampire, she was still whiny. This person obviously is going to be badass. So,
So far, what little we've seen of them.
yeah.
What little?
See, now I would have preferred for Damon to hallucinate and call her Elena instead of Mom. But, you know, it made sense for the context of this episode. I rather would have just seen that scene and been like, Elena, and then have it, like, start to unblur, and you see, like, her face and the similarity, and then it goes away, and then do the big reveal. That everybody
Elena?
would have been like, oh my god, Elena's coming back. They would have started the big hype train, but also that would have gave false hope for a lot of people, too, so...
Yeah.
Or you hear, Elena, and then she just goes, guess again. Before he passes
Yeah,
out.
and then you would think it's Catherine, so...
Yeah, then you would
Exactly.
think it's Catherine.
Yeah, then it would be.
That's who I thought
That's-
it was.
Either
that's
way,
still
it'd be
false
going
hope.
after Nina, going, "Are you back? Are you back? Are you back?"
Yeah.
Because the sass and the personality, like, you must be really freaked up. Like, it sounded like something Catherine would say to me anyways.
Yep.
So I was hoping it was Catherine, because we've actually been saying that, like, oh, it'd be great to bring her back, but
Not quite yet.
nope.
Yeah. So next week, the episode is called Cold as Ice. Great song by Foreigner, by the way. With the holidays in full swing, a search for Julian leads Damon and Stefan to a small town outside of Mystic Falls. While managing a holiday toy drive at Whitmore College, Bonnie seeks help from Nora, and the two strike up an unlikely friendship.
Oh, okay.
Elsewhere, Caroline does her best to navigate her new life as a pregnant vampire, while Alaric grows concerned that the pregnancy is affecting her more than she's letting on. Finally, after finding himself at odds with Damon, Stefan is forced to take matters into his own hands, setting off a tragic chain of events that leaves their lives changed forever.
Dun, dun, dun.
So this is probably what's going to end up causing Damon to put himself in the casket for 3 years.
Maybe.
Since we're going to play
Possible.
the catch-up, I mean, now we're trying to push to where it's going to be the 3-year mark. So
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, because they're jumping so much further, like, forward, because Caroline's, like, what was, they say 7 weeks or something like that?
I don't remember.
No. 17 weeks? It's got, there's a 7 in there. And then, you know, in that promo, the preview for next episode, she's clearly very, very pregnant.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they are kind of jumping months, but not a whole bunch. So they are starting to take those steps to get us caught up.
Yeah. So, should be interesting. This is the 3rd year in a row that the mid-season finale has been a Christmas special. So I definitely like that trend.
I am not arguing the fact. I like Christmas episodes of shows.
Yeah,
They
it's-
always, they're either very, very, like, you know, emotional, or they're very, very funny.
They
And-
usually end on like a big note too. It's
They
like because
do.
it's the mid-season finale, so it kind of has to at the same time. But you know, just to get that, and then you get the eerie like Christmas music playing to like top that all off.
It's like Death, the Christmas music to Death. Didn't they
You
do
know.
that? They done that in the previous before, where it's like this happy like Christmas music, and there's someone like laying on the ground dead.
Yeah. So, yeah. Something like that.
Yeah.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart.
Yep.
Sam and Dean Winchester getting attacked by Damon and Stefan did not end well. Owekins actually drew this.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking at it really weird. Like, why? I know it's CW related, but
It's the Christmas special.
I wish that'd be the best Christmas special ever.
It would, except Stefan is dead in this picture.
He doesn't
Yes.
have to be.
That's true.
He could be spelled, and he could be just a talking head that they have in the middle as a centerpiece, and there's holly around him.
That's hilarious.
Please, CW. Make this happen some way, shape, or form. I understand the vampires in both universes are very different
They're
and would
very
cause a lot of mythology breaking, but I don't care how you do it. There's break the fourth wall again and send them into another dimension. Like, I don't care what you have to do, make it happen.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, break that fourth wall.
yes.
Even
Break
if it's
it right
just like
on
a
down.
webisode or something.
I
Just
need it in my
a
life.
little
Some weird thing, yeah, mixing them
Yeah.
together.
I need it in my life. It has
I mean,
to happen.
I have seen pictures of all 4 of them together, and they just like the whole 4, like 4 of them. You know, we got Jensen, we got Ian, we got Jared, and Paul, and they're all in the same picture, and they're just goofballs, and I love every bit of it. So
If they ever got together on set, they'd have to like schedule in quadruple the time to film because nothing would ever get done.
especially if you add Misha into that mix.
Oh, I mean, they're bad enough, but like just like separately, the guys are really horrible. Especially our supernatural guys. They fuck each other up all the time. So imagine all of them together. It's like
Oh no! But
pulling each
yes,
other's pants down. Who the hell knows what's gonna happen?
Pudding! Nikki, where can the people find you?
they can find me on Twitter at LadyVenom24, LadyVenom24.
Excellent. Mike, where can the people find you?
They can find me on Twitter at Thilladren, THILLADREN.
Excellent. Kim, where can the people find you?
At HUFFITY, PUFFITY.
You can find me down below at Phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM. You can also find us
Do.
and more on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter, Space, and right here on YouTube at /ASOTV podcast for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. Till next week, have yourselves a merry little Christmas.
Oh.
This isn't Big Hero 6.
I hadn't done it for a while, so I felt like I needed to do it.
Okay then.